Hey, it's me, Vicky Marie, and I just want to warn you, this short video that I'm making about Dave Courtney. Now, Dave Courtney, if any of you may or may not know, just over the last couple of days, he's been in the news because very sadly he actually deleted himself. And the reason I'm making this video is for you regular chatters of mine. If you watched the video that I made about Jill Dando and the death of Jill Dando, I did mention in that video that at one time while I've been living here in Spain, I'd been to see a sort of ex-gangster who was doing like this sort of show, talking about his experiences with the craze and in gangland London, etc. And I couldn't remember his name. And that was about 4 weeks ago, I think I made that video. And then bump, the other day he was in the news because he unfortunately did delete himself. And when I saw it, I thought, I'm sure that's the guy. I couldn't remember his name at the time I was talking about in the video. Anyway, it is him. It is him. And I realised it was him because, well, as soon as I saw his face, I remembered who he was and that he'd done these tours around various places, giving talks and things. So it was very sad that it was said that he had SHOT himself in his London home. And but then I noticed on, let me try and find it actually, on Mark Williams Thomas tweet the other day, he said that there was an inquiry about his death, that there were some things that weren't quite right. And now let's see if that tweet yeah. So it's the tweet that he put out, that Mark William Thomas put out. Let me share it with you. It's all gosh, talk about living a colourful life and having a colourful death, if you like, because anyway, this is Dave Courtney. And there had been a tweet announced. It's with deep sadness that we announced the passing of Dave Courtney at the age of 64. Young these days, isn't it? Dave tragically took his own life in the early hours of Sunday, the 22nd of October, with a firearm at his Camelot Castle home in Plumstead. Details about funeral arrangements will be provided, etc. And there he is. So, at one point he knew the craze. He told a lot of very interesting stories. And somebody asked him, the reason I mentioned him in the Jill Dando documentary was that when I went to see him, somebody asked him what happened. Do you know what happened to Jill Dando? And he said, oh, well, it was something like, she'd ruffled too many feathers. He insinuated that he did know what had happened to her, but he did not say what had happened to her. But he insinuated it made it feel like she'd ruffled a lot of feathers, or, when you probe into things too deep, you've got to be careful, etc. Something along those lines. Vague, but insinuating that he knew what had happened to her, but he didn't say that he did. So I don't know that he did. He may have just been saying that, like for a good story or whatever. Anyway, Mark Williams Thomas then on October the 23rd, 2 days ago, tweeted, London criminal turned actor Dave Courtney's death is being investigated by police as unexplained. A post on his Twitter page provides greater context. And then I'm sure he posted, a lot of people were saying, oh, there's something strange about this, etc. And I'm sure Mark Williams Thomas did tweet. Let me look again, just see. Did tweet that there was something suspicious, that the police were looking into it. I'm sure I saw a tweet like that on his. Let's see if I can find it again. Yeah, look here. Police are undertaking further tests and investigations to establish the exact cause of death of Dave Courtney, as some aspects of the scene require further examination. And he's made a tweet about the Jill Dando files. Anyway, so that was that. And then today, just now, on my Twitter feed, has come up a very sad post, but there is a full video. This is a part video that when let me share this with you. So this is by his tweeted by his official Twitter or X page. Following examination of Dave's personal effects by Mr. Brendan McGeer, a video has been found that was filmed on the 5th of July. So actually it wasn't just before. This was quite a while ago. In his Camelot Castle home in Plumstead, the video clearly shows Dave had not taken the decision to take his own life lightly and had gone into thorough planning and preparation to ensure as little pain as possible for his loved ones in the aftermath of his death. So let's have a look at this video that they've released publicly.
Well, as you can all see, I am in sound mind and body. Sorry, I've took the coward's way out. Don't go racking your brains and thinking why. I will tell you exactly why. No woman trouble or nothing like that. It's I am hurting. I am just.
Now, I just want to say, have you seen all the firearms behind him? You know, directly behind his head, then to the right, loads of GUNSs. Gosh. How do you get a license for all those, or are they illegal? I don't know.
This guy's in a lot of pain. I've got rapid rheumatoid arthritis, which is crippling me up. I'm having to hide the fact that I can't get up and downstairs, get in and out of the car. And I'm not enjoying it at the moment. That's really it. And I don't want to go and waste having a wicked life like I've had.
Oh gosh, it's very sad, isn't it? So just to warn you, I mean, it is, I should have warned you before I even start the video. It's very triggering. So what he's saying is he's got rheumatoid arthritis, he's in constant pain, going up and down the stairs. He's fed up of hiding it. And he's had a fantastic life. Goes on to talk about the fantastic life he's had. He does look really happy when he talks about it.
Superb. Any day I can think back on, it was funny and brilliant. And then the rest of it in pain, trying not to go and end it because it'll upset everyone else. Not enjoying it. And I do what I want. So that really is why I'm not here today. No? Don't be sad. Please don't be sad. All right? I'm sure I left enough people in this world to happily stick up for Dave. You know what I mean? There's going to be the haters and all that. That's normally what happens. I'll have 1 million people now writing books. I was in the firm. I shagged Dave. Whatever. You'll get loads. Yeah, you'll get them trying to diss me. They're not going to, if you can't glamorise crime law, they're not going to allow me to roll into the history books nicely. They'll try and scar me with something. Just bring the people up. That's what you'll see.
Yeah, so he's saying that, that he's gonna. Well, he will anyone like a character like him. When they're not here any longer and they can't defend themselves, they will get. People will say things about them, won't they?
Find the people who queue up and go, Dave crossed me up, or Dave run away and left me, or Dave didn't do the right thing behind the prison door. Find them to make them stand up. There ain't any. If they had them, they would have used them on me to hurt me over the last 30 years. Then think that might want to hurt me with his the grass thing, and that is just something that's already been proved. And you've got to realise that I did actually take the police to court after that court case. The very next week, me.
Okay, now it finishes there on this Twitter platform, and what they say is the full video can be viewed on their other platforms, which I don't know what their other platforms are, but you know, the reason for me showing this is because it was what a coincidence. I mean, I probably haven't even thought about this man for years, and then because I did the Jill Dando video, and but I couldn't remember his name. And then I did the Jill Dando video and saying that I'd seen him and what he'd said about the death of Jill Dando, that had, you know, brought him to the forefront. And then the next minute he's there on my Twitter feed, and he unfortunately has passed on from this world. Well, all I want to say is, you know, love to his loved ones. I met his wife. So his wife was at this, I'll just show you a photo of his wife. I don't know if they were still together, but that's the other reason that I knew that it was him, this same guy, is because I actually did, you know, I met her, I was chatting to her at this event. Let me show you. And this is his wife, Jenny Bean, and she was a real character. She was tiny. I remember she's absolutely tiny titchy. And but she had a very, you know, she was chatting away. She was, well, I'm saying was, she still is now. Whether they're still together or not, I don't know if they're still together. Let's have a look. So Jenny Bean Pinto, meet the spouse of the person named the most feared man in Britain. I didn't know he was the most feared man in Britain. I think they were still married by the look of it. Oh, is that their daughter? Yeah. Yeah. So he apparently referred to himself as Dave Courtney OB One Big Ego. And he has a painted depiction of himself as a knight in his South London house. Okay, so he has had a colourful life. I hope he's at peace. I just hope he's at peace. There's nothing else there, that's it. And love to his daughter, love to his wife. I hope, you know, they're coping okay. Yeah, there you go. That was them when they were younger. So yeah, he's supposed to have been the inspiration for Vinnie Jones's character in Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. So very sad in one way, but not in another way. I mean, he's had an interesting life, as he says, and he's chosen his own way out. He hasn't hurt anyone else in the process, and he's that video hopefully will help explain it for his family, etc. So I'm sorry, I've got myself upset now making this video. I hope I haven't upset you, but you know, it's just the coincidence of it, you know. It's just so strange. Anyway, love to his family, and Dave, rest in peace. And for the rest of you, thank you so much for watching, and may your God go with you. Bye.